Good evening everyone and welcome to another episode of On the Sofa. I'm Amy and I work in our marketing department, and joining me today is Lauren to chat about all things Clan Donahue, our clan of the month for November.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I work in our marketing department alongside Amy, and I'm a rare appearance on the sofa. This is only the second occasion that I've had to do this, but I can't wait to learn about all things of the Donahues.
So let's get into it. There are over 500 clan and family associations registered around the world, and we love learning new bits of history and hearing from our customers about how they explored their heritage and traced their roots. We are by no means experts, just keen to share information. We love digging into the often bloody and brutal stories, highlighting the lesser known bits of Scottish clan history and the work of the clan societies around the world. So don't hesitate to chip in if we get anything wrong or you have more to add.
Throughout November, we've been celebrating all things Clan Donahue. So join us as we delve into this clan's history and discover some of their most intriguing stories and learn about what the clan has been up to in the more recent years. We'll be learning about some of their most memorable battles, famous faces old and new, and so much more. We always welcome your input, so if you're associated with the clan in any way and you have your stories to share, don't hesitate to let us know in the comments.
So we're going to start by looking at some basic facts about the clan. Firstly, this clan is the only clan left in Scotland that still goes by their Gaelic name instead of their anglicised name Robertson. Because of this, you might hear us use both different names throughout the video. The current clan chief of Donahue is Alexander Gilbert Haldane Robertson of Struan, the 23rd chief. Since 1983, Gilbert has represented the clan by travelling to gatherings around the world and was even present at the unveiling of a cairn at Robertson Point on the shores of Sydney Harbour. He originally trained as an electrical engineer, but Struan is now a fruit farmer in the southeast of England.
The Donahue clan history goes back over 1,000 years to Crinan, the abbot of Donnachaidh. Crinan has a life of battle, adventure and misfortunes as he started the House of Donnachaidh, the ruling house of Scotland for many years. In the year 1000, Crinan married Bathoc, the daughter of the famous Malcolm II. Malcolm bore no more children, meaning Crinan's children were the heir to the throne. Crinan's child is someone who might know Duncan I, otherwise known as King Duncan in Shakespeare's play Macbeth. And if you've ever read or watched the seemingly endless video adaptations of Macbeth, you know how it ends up for Duncan.
Crinan was heavily involved in the forever changing power dynamics of Britain at this time, most notably when King Malcolm II and Duncan I arrived at the Kingdom of Cumbria to gain homage. Here they met King Canute of England and Denmark, who asked the King of Alba for a peace treaty, to which they responded peace would be agreed on the return of Duncan's father. Peace was agreed and Crinan started back at Donnachaidh, making it a strong trading post once again.
Sadly, things were about to change as on the 25th of November 1034, King Malcolm II died. This left Duncan as king, making the House of Atholl the strongest in the region. What could go wrong? Sadly, there was one thing missing for Duncan: the ability to win a battle. Duncan opened up a war on both sides of their empire and lost both. It was at the Battle of Bothgowan where Macbeth defeated and killed Crinan's favourite son, Duncan, ending his rule.
Peace was agreed and Crinan returned to Donnachaidh to begin making it a strong trading post once again. Despite this, Crinan had the last revenge, as his grandson Malcolm was named High King and his descendants ruled Scotland until Alexander III. The king had a younger son, Maelmhair, who became Earl of Atholl and was the ancestor of the first chief of Clan Donahue, Donahue Raymar, the Stout Duncan. Duncan lived at the first ever recorded home of the clan in the artificial island built on Loch Tummel.
The Stout Duncan is famous within Donahue history in his own right, as he played a pivotal role in the rise of Robert the Bruce. The Stout Duncan, stout meaning he may have had a few too many pies, was loyal to Robert through every stage of rebellion. He even stayed loyal to Bruce after he committed the ultimate crime of killing his opponent upon the high altar at the Franciscan Priory. After Bruce brutally murdered his opponent for the crown, he quickly made his way to the Stone of Destiny in Scone Palace.
After being crowned king, he needed to hide and regroup, but the king was running low on support within the country, so he turned to the one man he knew would keep him and his family safe. The stout Duncan took Bruce and his family in and kept them safe around the castle lands. Unfortunately for all you Donachaidhs out there, the castle submerged into the loch in 1950 after a new hydroelectric dam was put in place.
This was not the only part that the clan had to play in the Scottish Wars of Independence. Another famous story begins with James I, grandson of Robert the Bruce. James had had a troubled life with his brother dying unexpectedly, most likely murdered, but there's no proof. So James was sent to live in France. But James's life was not going to get easier as he was captured on his way to France by the English and forced to spend 18 years of his life in England until his time came to rule Scotland, like his forefathers.
James's reign was not exactly steady, and it all came down to one notorious day at Blackfriars Church in Perth, when James was murdered by his own uncle in an attempted coup. The murderer, Walter Stewart, Earl of Atholl, was later captured by the Donachaidhs for his treachery and was brought to the new king, James II. For this, the new king rewarded the Donachaidhs with the crest of a right hand upholding an imperial crown.
After the wars, the clan moved their seat to the southern side of the Scottish Highlands. Alistair is one of Scotland's hidden beauties which peeks from the Perthshire woodlands like a spectre of the past. The original Alistair Castle was home to Clan Donnachaidh's most renowned chief, Alexander Robertson of Struan. Alexander, born in 1670, was witness to all three of the Jacobite rebellions and had a strong hatred of the English government throughout.
His hatred of the government is the reason that when you try googling the location of this castle so you could visit it for yourself, you just see unnamed street as its location. Alistair Castle was built to the west of the Wade Highway built by the English government to reduce the strength and control of the Scottish Highland clans, but unfortunately for the English, the Donachaidhs were nowhere to be seen. The castle has been built where many few could find, and if they did, the clansmen were known for throwing visitors into the river.
It's brutal,
isn't it?
The castle came to an end in 1745 when the English forces arrived and destroyed the castle. Despite this was not the end of the story for the hidden castle, as the lands were later sold to the MacDonald clan, who rebuilt the castle into the Gothic mansion house which still stands. The castle was later bought by a Scottish hero, Hugh Tennant, the owner of Tennant's Lager, in 1891.
That's cool.
Fun fact. Sadly, Hugh died at a young age, and the main positive of the castle in the medieval times became an issue in the modern.
With the castle being so hard to get to, the new owners abandoned this castle, but the main structure can still be visited today.
The amazing castle and the people are not the only thing that clan are famous for. The Donahue clan have been renowned for their influence in bagpiping, with their most famous tune going back to the infamous Battle of Bannockburn. The coming of Clan Donahue was used after the arrival of the clan's brave warriors at one of Scotland's most important and vital battles, the Battle of Bannockburn. Today, the clan marches to the Blue Ribbon, which was written by J. O'Reilly.
Since 1893, the main Clan Donnachaidh Society has maintained and renewed the family bond among a clan now scattered around the world. From South Africa to Canada, there are plenty of smaller Donnachaidh societies all working to preserve the fascinating history that this clan has been building for over 1,000 years.
So there we have it. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the Donahue family with us. If you'd like to test your knowledge with all of these fun facts, keep a lookout for our Donahue quiz coming soon. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, email newsletter and social media for more clan content.